Pope Francis, he just met at the Vatican with American cardinals and bishops about the sex abuse scandal that is rocking the Catholic Church here in the U.S. The meeting comes amid new outrage and fury of the Pope's handling of sex abuse cases. It comes just one day after he announced he will convene a global meeting of bishops next February to discuss the crisis. I keep wondering, why wait until February? Are those bishops walking there? NBC News chief global correspondent Bill Neely has more from the Vatican.
Behind the closed doors of the Vatican, a U.S. delegation led by Cardinal Daniel DiNardo of Texas want answers and action from Pope Francis over the Pennsylvania report detailing decades of sex abuse by priests. And over this man, Cardinal Theodore McCarrick, who rose as Archbishop of Washington despite allegations of sexual misconduct. The Pope insisting again, abuse is a horrendous crime.
Because of that, Pope Francis realizes that the very credibility of the Church depends on rooting it out.
U.S. bishops say allegations that the Pope helped cover up abuse deserve an answer.
I think many Catholics, many faithful in the U.S. and beyond are looking for some answers. It doesn't necessarily have to come from the Pope's mouth.
And soon, Cardinal Donald Wuerl of Washington will meet the Pope to discuss his resignation. The Pope now calling on bishops around the world to meet in Rome in February for an unprecedented summit on sexual abuse.
It's a question of utmost importance, not only in countries where it's exploded, but all around the globe.
The crisis is global and growing. A church report from Germany details decades of sexual abuse by more than 1,600 priests of thousands of children, and a massive cover-up. One of the Pope's top aides said this week, it all amounts to the Church's 9/11.
The Church's 9/11. We need to remember that. Bill Neely, people are saying new criticism around the Catholic Church. It's a lot more than criticism. Can you speak more about this report? Almost 4,000 children who were abused in Germany by Catholic priests over the last 70 years. I'm sick even speaking about it.
It is stunning, and it mirrors, of course, Stephanie, the allegations of the Catholic Church's behaviour and cover-up in Ireland. So yes, this was not just any old report. This was a report by bishops that has been leaked, and they haven't contested the findings, which, as you say, are extraordinary. 3,600 cases over 70 years, more than half of those cases of children 13 and under, and we are talking about rape involving more than 1,600 priests. And the authors of the report say, basically, this is just the tip of the iceberg. These were the cases that they could get to because a lot of the files were destroyed and they were impeded in their investigation. So clear evidence, they say, of a cover-up. So just like Ireland, we have abuse, we have rape, we have cover-up, we have priests being moved from German diocese to German diocese. Now, just going back to today's meeting, other things that will make people unhappy were this was a meeting behind closed doors. It lasted just over an hour. No statements from the Vatican. Silence once again. Just as it was starting, however, there was news that another senior American cleric, that's Bishop Michael Bransfield of West Virginia, the Pope has accepted his resignation and he has authorized an investigation into Bishop Bransfield's comments because there are serious allegations of sexual misconduct against him. So, you know, if you ever think that this crisis is stopping, just look at Germany, just look at today and the West Virginia issue. The crisis is deepening, not just for the U.S. Church, but the Church globally, and for this Pope, who, let's be clear, is facing not just calls for his resignation, but clearly the greatest challenge to his papacy so far. Stephanie?
Greatest challenge. Think about the challenge for the thousands of children who are abused by their priests, the priests who are supposed to be their moral and spiritual leaders. It is truly devastating. The story is not going to go away. We're not going to stop covering it. So the Church can spend all the time and money they want on a PR spin. we're going to stay on it.
Hey, MSNBC fans, thanks for checking out our YouTube channel. Subscribe by clicking on that button down there and click on any of the videos here to watch the latest interviews and highlights. You can get more MSNBC for free every day with our newsletters. Just visit msnbc.com/newsletters to sign up now.